can party all night. It's the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. It's the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Los, Rumble, Aldo NICE is the uncle.
Whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Look, we have some special guests, and I mean, really special guests.
Special.
Like, we've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
We've heard the audience, and we've got feedback about the lack of, the lack of voice.
Diversity
on the podcast.
That's the correct word.
So, the last Nothing Nice to Say interview, I did it with the homie Jordan Ohms, and we talked about some drummer boy stuff, and I had the white guy on, and it was fun. It was a great experience. And
being that it's Black History Month,
we are making Black history.
Today.
We have our first dedicated podcast for the young ladies, the wonderful mothers of the earth, queens of the universe,
not queens,
Black women,
oh, Lord.
Goddesses is this
natural.
The whole nine. So we got two awesome young ladies in here, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay, I'm Erika of Black Girls See Brunch. I am a Houston-based food blogger, also an attorney by day. I guess I'm just here to talk about my food blog more so, though.
Right. No, we was about to ask you about the Trump impeachment
tickets. I need to.
I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that. But yeah, I'm I guess it's more of a lifestyle blog now. And I decided to bring my friend because I wasn't gonna come by myself to talk to y'all. So I brought my girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
the Fat Girl Food Chronicles.
Yes, that's me, Chef Vicky V of the Fat Girl Food Chronicles. That's THAFAT. Don't get it twisted.
Hey.
I'm happy to be in here with y'all.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Why don't you call it like the thick, curvaceous Girl Food Chronicles?
See, I knew this
Come cuddle up.
I knew this question was coming, so I had graciously prepared myself. So basically, the Fat Girl Food Chronicle was born out of me being in different spaces as a big girl and not necessarily seeing people that look like me, whether it was black or big or, boisterous or whatever it is, outspoken. And so I wanted people to feel as uncomfortable as I felt in different spaces at different times. And so I'm going to make you say the FAT.
I feel you. Like we had originally thought about calling this podcast the Jigaboo Nigga Friend Weekend, but we decided we was going to take that. Because that's what they call us in these streets when we not paying attention.
Right.
AKA chicken and gibbets over there, nigga.
Right. So when you say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Now I'm messing with you. And we will definitely come back full circle and ask you guys a little bit more about what you guys got going on. I really want to know a lot about the movements y'all got and everything that y'all have that's happening. But I want to start this podcast off by telling us, the thing that we always talk about, a kind of a thing that's very, very true to our podcast. We're going to let y'all know what burns our boudin this week.
Before you go there, we actually have boudin on the table.
We do have boudin on the table. We got boudin prepared two ways, and since we got food bloggers here, we're gonna let them taste our boudin. Yeah. I mean, don't take that out of context.
No, please.
We're not gonna have everybody taste it.
Two ways. This looks exactly the same.
And y'all got this from Pie Burns.
Okay, listen. So these two. No, this is probably Baudouin, like not the real kind of boudin, but still,
it's a rice daddy.
This is what we was able to find in Houston, but it's just the preparation. One was prepared Texas style, and one was prepared Louisiana style. Okay. And I want y'all to taste to see if y'all can taste the difference. And as we going through what burns your boudin, y'all can let us know as we talk about that. You ain't give us no forks? I know. No, boudin has to be. It's a hand food.
Yeah, it's like a chicken wing.
It's definitely like a chicken wing. And what is your? They used to something we don't provide.
Oh my god! Extras.
We didn't made mimosas from handmade shots,
strawberries.
Cheers
to that. Wait, how do you make a mimosa not handmade?
Hey, don't worry about that.
They come
so
pre-made.
Y'all are asking us to choose which boudin is from Louisiana, which one's from Houston. Is that what's going on?
Prepared in a Louisiana way.
Oh, okay.
So we should note that y'all are from Louisiana, but we both are from Houston.
Fair enough.
I claim Houston.
And Los claims Louisiana.
You're not from Louisiana?
No, well, you from Shreveport.
Don't listen to
You're from Shreveport, so this...
listen. When you got friends like him, you never need enemies.
Amen.
You got to know.
Amen.
You never need an enemy in my life.
Let's really get into what burns my boudin this week. The first thing that burns my boudin, which is a real thing, and I'm going to give y'all, and I had some specific ones for what kind of y'all do. I know y'all go to restaurants and y'all do a lot of things, but the first thing I want to ask about is the first thing that burns my Boudin is when I go to a restaurant and the host or hostess brings you to a seat that's hot garbage. You know, one that's by the bathroom or the kitchen or something. I mean, it burns my Boudin. What you think, Los?
I definitely understand that, especially when you walk in and you walk me past 57 open prime seatings and then sit me at the little small table. Like, everybody knows I want a booth. Like, come on, don't in the corner. Like, hey, wait to skip all those seats to come put me back here by the bathroom and watch you go in there and prepare water.
So my question is, y'all in a bunch more restaurants than us. What do y'all think is prime, quote unquote, seating? And do y'all usually have that experience?
So prime seating for us is a little bit different. So for me, for both of us, we need to have the best lighting possible to get pictures. So we're looking for like the table outside, even when it's a little bit colder, or a table that's by a big window in a quieter section, perhaps. So for us, a little bit different. But I'll tell you this though, even when I'm going just on my own, I'm always going to say, I don't want to sit here. Can you put me over there? I don't care whose section I'm messing up. I'm going to sit where I want to sit.
Are you doing that just to be contrary, or is it just like
no? Like I'm paying. I'm going to sit where I want to sit.
But you said no matter where they would sit you, you're gonna be like, I want to sit somewhere else.
No. Like if I like the table you've picked,
okay.
I'm saying if I'm going just myself, like not going on some food blogger stuff, then I will say like, can I sit somewhere else? But for us, like people don't always know. They don't know what works for food bloggers, so I have to teach them. Like, hey, so you have me like in this dark corner over here in this private room, which is great, thanks. But I actually need to be up at the front where there's actual beautiful lighting, so I can get you some good pictures.
Makes sense.
So that's kind of how I work that out.
Makes sense. What you think, Vicky?
So let me clear the throat.
with your voice for podcasting.
You know what I'm saying? So what burns my Boudin is what I'm playing off of like the seating. Okay, so I don't like when they put me in the back by the what I call the steerage. Okay, I don't like that. I feel like I am prime real estate myself. I feel like when I come into your establishment, when people see me eating, that invokes their palates as well. So I need to be by the front or in the middle amongst the people, because I also like to look at other people's plates to see what I'm gonna order off the menu.
Amen. And now, what will get us though? Remember, I won't say where we went. We went somewhere. This was about a year ago. We walk in like, oh, ain't nobody here. They're like, oh, it's an hour and some change wait. I was like, all the tables are empty. Now that will irritate me and have me.
Will it burn your Boudin?
It will, and I actually not bashed them. I gave a really strong critique on my blog about them because I was like, y'all bogus for that. That's not how that should go.
Well, I mean, it's a difference. I mean, I went to a restaurant. When was it? Yeah, sure.
We can take a little bite of the Boudin.
So y'all can't see this on the podcast, but this man has sprinkled parsley. They can't see on the actual podcast, but this man has sprinkled parsley all on this.
Parsley bay.
Like some salt bay.
So okay, so this is what I do. My technique is I suck the thing out of the casing. A lot of people use crackers to do it. I don't, because I'm just that.
And she gonna record this on her live. Oh Lord. This some what they call that?
Mukbang.
Oh, this is good. Vicky over here doing mukbang.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, we try not to burn the Boudin, but no, this way they're both made a different way. So you're gonna try it that way.
No, I'm saying, how do y'all eat the Boudin? Do y'all eat it?
We eat it that way.
Okay.
Now some people eat the skin, and it's acceptable depending upon how it's prepared.
How it's made. Yeah. I don't. If it's boiled, I don't eat the skin.
This way that we made it the Louisiana way, you do not eat the skin.
No.
This way it's more acceptable to eat the skin.
Yeah.
Right, because it's tightened up and it's like crunchy and I got it.
There you go. So we just talked a little bit about that. I said I went to a restaurant Friday, and as soon as we walked in, they were like, bam, right here to the right. This your seat. And I was like, nah, I don't want to sit here. We don't want to sit here.
But on Friday though, Fridays are like one of the busiest nights in restaurants. So I will more likely acquiesce on nights like that because it's busier.
They put me where I wanted to go.
You that guy?
I showed him my little best friend weekend pass.
I have all these followers on Instagram. Put me where I need to be.
I got all 400 followers there. 403.
I'm gonna tell them what y'all did to me.
Anyway, let me tell you another thing that burns my Boudin this week. Another thing that burns my Boudin is when one person, like the order comes out. Like let's say it's us four. We having this like little dinner. We talking about, hey, look. We're doing a podcast later on this week.
Hey guys,
let's figure out, right? And the order comes, and it has all of our orders, and one person's order is wrong. What burns my Boudin is when I got to sit there and pretend like I care, and I got to wait, or whatever the case is.
Selfish.
I think that's what we're different.
Well, y'all don't ever want to eat with us then. Ever.
I wouldn't care. No, I'm eating. That's him. He'll wait. I'm going to eat.
But this is why. So if you go out with us as food bloggers, I don't care if you pay for your meal. I don't care if you go with me. The food comes out. Ain't nobody eating until I get a picture of everybody's plate. Them
Listen.
the rules. Them the rules.
Straight up.
So if the food coming is bad, and like Erika, your food is bad, and all the rest of ours is ready, we supposed to be like,
I don't care. Like I'm gonna say, okay, bring my plate back, fix this, let me get a picture of y'all food.
Right.
But we can eat while they fixing yours.
No, yeah. Oh, that don't bother me. No.
Oh, okay.
Because some people would be like, "Hey, you gotta wait long."
No, because my people gonna be cold.
I'm the type that makes if it calls for a better shot for there to be more than one plate in the picture, I will make somebody wait. I went to eat the other day with a friend of mine, and I was like, "Hey, can you wait till my food come out so I can get this the best shot possible?"
We call it an aerial shot,
right? Because at the end of the day, when we eat now, I think that we eat for content, right? Because the thing is, eating out is expensive,
very much so.
And so unless we're getting invited out, if I'm spending my own money, you best believe I'm capitalizing on every single shot. Okay.
And if we take pictures of it, we can write it off on our taxes. So I'm gonna need my pictures.
Oh, see, that's crazy. When I eat, I've never taken a like at a restaurant. Like I'm gonna take a picture of my food.
Really?
You are so not a millennial. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay. You on the cusp.
I just would rather go ahead and eat.
We writing off this boudin we bought y'all. FYI. So that's why we recording it.
It's actually really good. Okay, so I ate this one, and then I need the other one.
I bit this one, so don't eat that one.
Okay.
Well, hey, man, there you
Okay.
go. So yeah, no, I think it's a thing. So let me ask you this question, this etiquette question. This is an etiquette question that I have for you guys that I want y'all to. So we just said if we go to the same restaurant and we eating, and it's all four of us, and your food's bad, and you send it back, whatever the case may be. What if it's just a date? What if it's just two people, you and a guy, and your food comes and it's wrong, and his food is right? Is it okay if he starts eating before they come back, and it's just two of y'all? What are y'all thoughts?
Yes.
Eat. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
I think as a gentleman, which I am, because I made the mimosas here today.
With the strawberry, don't forget.
He brought out strawberries.
I was not gonna forget the strawberry.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I stuck it on the side of the glass like you do at the restaurant. Anyway, I learned that in New York.
He a real good man.
Yeah, I'm
Los AKA underscore.
Yeah. Go ahead and DM me. But don't be shy. But no, like if we on a date or something like that and your food comes, especially Valentine's or anything like that, I might wait. Now if it starts taking too long, if you just gotta go back and change something real quick. Now if you go, the type of woman who switched the whole order up. Yeah. Now I don't want steak anymore. Let me get the fish and now I'm eating.
First of all, the people who do that, the people who change up two or three times, my thing is like you are not, in my opinion, acclimated to eating out.
Hello?
Like you need to know.
You ain't never been nowhere.
You haven't never. Who raised you? Like why are you sending 2 and 3, 4 plates back? Because at the end of the day, what I do is I respect the chef. When I go, because I'm a chef and I've worked the back of the house.
You a chef, girl?
I'm a chef, baby.
We gonna get to that. Don't tell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She did bring it up.
But I work back of the house. We don't want to see. I mean, somebody gonna eat it back there, but at the end of the day, you eating into our cost at that point. 2 or 3 plates. Sit down.
Wait a minute.
Here's the meme though. Is the whole thing is like if you are the always gotta ask for the manager type person, I do not want to eat out with you. You can't roll with me.
You embarrassing and you don't have class.
And they're gonna spit in our food.
I always feel like somebody, like, you're not going to get exactly what you want every time you go out to eat. So some stuff you just have to put up with, right? And if it's not exactly how you want, just put some hot sauce on it. Hot sauce make everything good.
That's a real nigga thing to say.
And keep it moving.
I hear y'all speaking. But I mean, I get your point though. But if you're sacrificing your meal for somebody else's, that's what I'm saying. Like the minute you wait and say whatever, but I'm just like you, Los. I feel like I'd be chivalrous. Like I would sit there and like, I'm not going to eat until your food comes. But then when my food comes, it's going to be cold. Yeah. And I didn't took that L. So I'm just going to let you ladies know.
But you being chivalrous is a thing. Well, I'm going to be a woman and I'm going to be nurturing and I'm going to say, King, eat your food.
King.
Or you should just feed you.
I'm not going to say I'm never going to say
strawberry. Where's strawberry? I'm going to feed him strawberry.
When you start talking kinky to me, start calling me king. That's just like that.
Okay, here we go. We at the thing,
That sounded like
listen, you ain't got to tell me but once. People of the Best Friend podcast, here's the strawberry is glistening and very beautiful. I'm about to insert it into his mouth. Whoa! But very slowly.
Don't tell me with a good time.
There you go. I'm not gonna finish it, but if he was my man, I would.
I had this in 2020.
Only thing I was saying was I just want people to appreciate that. If you're out there and the guy says, you know what, and you even tell him, hey, no, babe, it's good to eat, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna wait for you. Yeah. Just appreciate that L he taking because he taking one.
You don't get a whole bunch of points for sitting and waiting 2 more minutes.
I just want like 2 points. I don't need 100.
You may get a 0.5. Like that ain't no.
I'm gonna give you a point or two.
No,
I'm gonna give you a point or two.
I'm happy that you're not as evil as Erika.
Erika mean as hell.
Mean Girl Chronicles. Mean Girls Who Brunch.
If I said the person who appreciates food the most at this table and appreciate a man, baby, your food went back, I'm gonna wait. I ain't gonna eat in front of your face.
No,
and let's take his back too and warm it up.
Yeah,
put it on.
I would appreciate.
Just so I can eat and look in your eyes.
I would appreciate him. Not look in your eyes. I would appreciate him asking me, but I probably would say, "Go ahead and eat your food. Don't wait on me. Go ahead and eat." But I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, he waited for my food to come." Like I'm not gonna do that.
You see?
If you give a man some points,
you ain't gotta go. Oh my god.
No, for a woman, when you give a man some points, it's gonna be a key discussion on the phone. With my girl, like, girl, then guess what? He waited for my food to come. That's what's gonna happen. I'm not doing that.
Points. I'm saying.
I'm not doing that.
Playing devil's advocate, we eat a lot of cold food as mothers.
Sure do.
You know what I mean? That's one thing that people don't realize. When that food comes out, we eat a lot of cold food. So for me as a blogger and having to eat cold plates of food, now I don't like hot food, and we talk about this all the time.
Well, you can't because you wait
I
don't
eat hot food because I be wanting to eat. This. You know what I'm saying? I want to all that. You know what I'm saying? I be wanting to eat. But we eat a lot of cold food, so we don't necessarily want our significant others or whoever we eating with to really have to experience that. I try to be less invasive, less invasive as possible with somebody who's dining with me, and I have to take a bunch of pictures and do all that.
Okay, go ahead.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Why y'all eat a lot of cold food?
That's kind of weird too.
It takes so long. Like so,
if like the courses or something.
No, like so when we go out, typically when we go to a food tasting, when it's just like a food blogger tasting, when food comes out, they will bring us the entire menu. So we'll be like, so imagine going somewhere and getting to taste the entire menu.
Everything on the menu.
They will bring everything out, and we have to take pictures of it. So if I've been invited as a food blogger, I'm gonna be like for real on the table, doing like real extra. If I'm just out with my friends, I'm gonna do a quick shot and then keep it moving, right? But when you're, so when we go out like that,
they're gonna do the aerial shot.
The aerial, so we have to do a flat lay. We'll bring like Vicky's actually a food stylist, so I'm like, Vicky, come fix this plate, right? So we'll be all like working together to get the food together, and it can take us 30 to 40 minutes to do a shoot. Yeah. And then we may also have the other thing too, especially when I'm at home, we're also like fumbling with the food and like moving it around to make it look better, like fluffing it up. So it also isn't that good to eat sometimes too.
Let me ask you a question. Did that come with you being
almost sucks?
No, but that's what
it's work.
Okay.
It is work. It is work.
I thought it was cool because you get free
the question I'm asking is, is it like a correlation, like a direct correlation to the success you're having as a food blogger with the coldness or the non-laughness of your experience? Because I remember back in the day when you used to tell me you were going to food blog events, it was like you sit down, you get you some grub at a pizza place, and it wasn't cold plate food. But the more you're getting in the game, the more that you're getting recognized for doing this. It seems like a less of a good eating experience.
Yeah, well, there's kind of two ways. So if I'm going with someone other footnote here. So at this point now, if I have a +1, I'm probably gonna bring my sister or a food blogger because they're used to how it works. If I bring someone that's not a food blogger who's never been out with me before for an event, I'm probably gonna go faster because they're gonna be like, "What? I'm bored," because it really is work, and it's actually boring.
Don't ever take me. I'll be like,
why you think I stopped asking to come?
I'll be like, hey, listen, you take the pictures, I eat the food, all right? I'm just gonna eat.
It's not as fun.
It's not, and I'll speak to that. To be honest with you, a part of food blogging, so people think that we just food blog for free food. No, we food blog because the food that you provide gives us the content that we need to have to post you and to give you the shine that you need. So I am always working. I will take picture. I just do the absolute most. But what you find is that the more you do it, the quicker you get at what you do. And I like to be less invasive. So now I could go somewhere with somebody and now I start asking, hey, is it okay if I take a picture of you? Because at first I would just be in people's face, waiters, chefs, people with me. For you. Yeah. And what I've learned now is like the etiquette of food blogging, like asking people, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, can I take a picture of your food? Do you want to wait? This is what, and I kind of prep them before the food comes out so they'll know. know if it's somebody new that I'm eating with that hasn't experienced this before, because it is different than you think. Just going to eat, you think you're going to get the plate and grub. No, we got to get the content. That's what it's about.
And we each know our own aesthetics. So, like, if you look at me and Vicky's page right now, you're going to be like, okay, she takes a certain kind of photo. Like, I'll do an aerial shot that's a close-up. I love a close-up photo. Vicky loves a photo where she's holding a plate and it's her being cute in the picture, right? So, like, once you know what your photo is, like, we all, okay, get your photo real quick. Like we all, like, know what our shot is, and we go take it real quick, and we're done. And I say quick, we're quicker than we used to be. But, I mean, my phone, I have 40,000 photos on my phone right now, which are, like, 90%.
Food.
Yeah. Food.
Straight vacation, travel, but, yeah, mainly food.
To be honest with you, and let me speak on the fact that, yes, I am the Fat Girl Food Chronicles, and I embrace all my voluptuous
everything.
All this right here, you see it, baby. But at the same time, like, we're not eating all that food. And I'm never supposed to that, because I don't feel like I should have to care and nurse your, thoughts about what I eat as a food blogger. However, I am not eating all that food.
Yeah, I figured you would just take a bite of something.
Communal. It's very communal. It's like, passing the blunt.
Okay. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
Look, the views expressed by Vicky do not express the views of the Best Friend Weekend podcast in general. Yeah. So we said we were going to talk a little bit about, I said a couple things that burn your boudin. The first thing was walking in the restaurant, a bad experience. Then the food comes, and that's another thing that burns my boudin. Well, let me get a third one. Third and final one about the restaurant. I got 4 actually, but this is number 3. The third thing that burns my boudin is when the waiter comes. What do you do, Los?
I just don't like when he always set the check right in front of me.
He did right.
No. Listen,
no, yes, he did.
Listen, no, he didn't. No,
if it's you and a woman,
it's me and a woman. She got money too.
Oh, but she ain't breathing out that bag to pay for the food that y'all just.
If she with me, that's a lie.
Oh,
who invited who?
So remember them DMs y'all was.
Why you gotta understand all our inner workings?
Yeah, continue.
No, I'm just saying. Y'all remember them DMs that Los told you to slide into? Ladies know that if you slide into the DMs,
you gotta pay.
You gonna have to pay for your food.
Not every time, but definitely we gonna bust this thing down.
I know that we're on live on Vicky's page right now, but I just want y'all to, I know this is a podcast, I just want y'all to know, they trying to get us drunk.
They are. Speaking of that, can we take these
Sunday,
shots?
Dog. Okay, let's take this other shot.
I'm not taking this shot.
It's a shot right here, Erika.
I'm not taking this shot.
Take your shot. They don't know what they want.
Hey,
come on, Los, bring it on.
Vicky, I need you to say, since she got that cup, say Saint shots.
Saint shots.
Saint shots.
I'm all down with it. Let me speak to the fact that these young men seasoned their, what is this, cognac? Let's rip it off the lip. What is that, whiskey? With a vanilla bean.
They lied, girl. They didn't do that.
We did not. We put a little vanilla in it.
We definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
It's
a
peach
vanilla
whiskey, but we put vanilla in it.
Peach whiskey, and they season it with a little vanilla extract.
That's all.
And it tastes divine. All right, I'm out, because y'all too deep off in my business.
So the other thing we asking is, in real life though, y'all said that y'all not supposed to give the check to the man. I mean, it's part and parcel to get a check to the man. But I think that it's interesting when you sit at the table, some women will look at it like, why did you get a check to the dude? Like, why couldn't I be the one paying for this meal? So while you both might sit here and say, that's not that I'm completely fine with that. Some women aren't. As a man, I always expect him to give me the check. Yeah. And then it's kind of sometimes embarrassing isn't the right word, but sometimes it's kind of a burden to be like, here, like to turn it over and be like, it's your, even when she knows she's gonna pay for that meal.
I can speak to it. This is the thing. If we're dating and on a first date, up until you ask me to be your girl, I don't mind. Listen, my man, I will take care of my man. I'll be like, babe, hold that real quick.
I believe in a man being a man.
I believe in a man being a man too, but I also believe in treating my king as well. Yeah. But you ain't my king yet, nigga. Nigga.
Here's a couple things too.
I thought we weren't using the word nigga.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
He opened up the views. I'm letting them fly now.
Who asked for the check is number one. Who asked for it?
Oh, that's a very
and who reached for it? But I'm
not reaching.
Okay, here's a question for y'all.
Who asked for the? Like, we could stop at who asked for the check.
Okay,
that was pretty.
Why would you ask for the check?
No, because most guys would be like, "Can we get the check?" Like
please.
Guys typically, whoever asked for the check,
please,
is what's gonna get the check.
I think it happens.
I don't want to sit and talk for no reason. If I finish my food, I'll be ready to go.
So if you ask for it, that's why y'all butts get the check.
I think it happens before you ask for the check. Who asked who out?
That's other thing.
You know what I'm saying? It starts before. If you ask me out, I might not even bring my debit card.
But no.
Wait, funny story. Remember how I went out with that guy one time and his card got declined? Oh my
Oh yeah.
I'm glad it's not on video.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
We don't think that's funny.
I don't think it's funny at all.
Oh my God.
You don't know that man might have had a big charge on him. He paid mortgage.
He was
that
looking
day.
crazy, and all I had was water. It was the funny part. I was looking like, you gonna figure it out.
so
No. Tell us more of this story about
This
the
guy.
time you went out with this guy.
Yeah, and he got with no money.
With no, this fine nigga with no money.
No, he
Okay,
was not. He was not fine. He was
And
not
he was
fine.
broke. So did you go on day 2? Was the question?
No.
Okay.
It was
sis.
the funny thing. So I go. Why am I telling this story?
You brought it up.
So we got you drunk. Go ahead.
I went out with this guy and we were at a bar. And he's like, oh, you want to drink? I was like, no, I'm good. I'll drink this water. I was coming from somewhere else. So I'm like, I'll drink this water. They asked to put you know how you got to give your card to put a hold on the card? Mm-hmm. And they hold it with $25. They gave him the card. He gave him the card for $25. He did not have $25 to hold on that card.
Why are you taking me? What did you think that? But he
That's not
ordered
necessarily
food.
true. He didn't have $25.
He didn't
on that
order
card.
food. We were sitting at the bar.
You don't know the charges he had on that day. He might have
No, I don't give a damn. If
And
you
then-
ask me out, you need to have a little bit of money to take me
It might
out.
have been a bill that you just
And
never
then
know.
looked at his cards. It was like didn't have another card. So like, so then he's like, oh, I have his cash. And they were like, no, we need a card. I was like, yeah. And then he's like, so we go out again. Never.
Hold on, did he have a drink already?
Yeah, he already had a drink.
So my thing is, if you know, and
I was like, this drink wrong, send it back, give me a water.
No, if I'm an entrepreneur, and how it hits with entrepreneurs is sometimes you hire, sometimes you call.
Get paid
sometimes you got it, and sometimes you don't. And if I don't got it, you best believe I'm not a man, so I don't be asking people out on dates. However, if I was a man, I would know, hey, my funds is this, and this. Or I respect the man who'll tell you, you know what,
like
the budget.
You would know what you do if you was a man.
I'm about to say, I'm definitely that guy.
Yeah.
Listen, if I ain't got it like that, be like, hey man, look here, man, it's gonna be cheap today.
Right.
Be honest.
Be honest.
I'm gonna just cook. I'll go spend $2. And
So
I'll cook
he
for you.
had cash. He had like $100 bill. He had cash, but
He had $100 bill.
That was
something wrong with that, bro. That was carrying around $100 bill.
I said, I'm like, ATMs give 20s. Where did you get the $100 bill? So anyway, long story short, I did not go with him again. But I was just like, are you kidding me?
Was he a nice guy? Did he open the door?
No. No.
Was he fine?
No.
Was he fine?
Tell us
He was
the
fine,
Did you
bro.
put a strawberry on your water? No.
All that to
not
say,
fine.
I think the thing that we gleaned from that little exchange, Los, is
Don't be
ask
broke.
for the check.
Never.
Don't ask for the check.
I'm never asking for a check.
Because we don't.
Just
Don't
I'm
ask for the
never.
check. We gonna wait each other out.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
no,
gonna sit
because
here for.
What happens is,
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your childhood.
If they don't
Simo.
ask for the check, they will put the check down in the middle of the table.
Oh.
No, they always give it to the man when it's me.
No.
I've never had them put it in the middle of the table. I've had one girl give it to me, and I was like, bitch.
I think I just look like money.
You don't
I
go
was
to
like-
you don't go to Mexican restaurants all
What you
the
think?
time.
No.
You think I just look like money?
I think she did.
No, I don't know what. Maybe she thought. No, we were
like-
on a date. Maybe he was skinny, and maybe she got him confused. Maybe she thought it was a family
She was
member.
nurturing.
But I don't. It don't matter. Or maybe she was trying to talk to him. I don't know what she was trying to do. But at the same time, when she put that check in front of me, I told her, I was like, "Excuse me, why are you doing this?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah, slide that right on over to his side." I don't play that.
So I'm just letting you know that burns my boudin. We got one other thing. It's just faux. We said it was faux.
Yeah.
This ain't got nothing to do with the restaurant experience. Stop trying to read the she trying to read the manuscript.
Get off the hey,
No, get off the gas.
That's super
Please. Another thing, the last thing that burns my boudin this week is,
What is it?
listen. Me and Los had this conversation last night. It might have been the funniest thing I've heard.
I'm scared.
Said.
I'm not.
No.
You know,
this is why I brought Vicky, because I knew that you fit right in with them.
Listen,
Y'all don't know how
this is how the
hard
conversation came about. I said, what's another thing that burns your boudin? Los, what did you say burns your boudin?
Go ahead.
I don't like Cajun crawfish made by Asians.
And what I responded was, we're gonna call that Cajun Crawfish, CAISIAN, and we're using that from now on. Hashtag Cajun Crawfish. We don't want it. We don't want the.
call it that.
Did it really?
Yes.
That's not a thing.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
If you use that
I was
hashtag
today
right
years
now,
old,
there's a
but guess
way-
what? We came up with it on our own.
That's all that matters.
Okay.
There's
an actual restaurant named Cajuns. It's Asians.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I don't like
guess what?
it.
We're not going there. We don't like them.
Okay.
You know, that was our
why?
joke for
You
the
know why?
day, and now
You know
we
why?
hate y'all.
I'm sorry. Listen, when you part of food bloggers,
explain to them why we don't like that because we like crawfish.
Yeah. Well, there's a part. I mean, when you're making crawfish, you season the water a certain type of way. You season the crawfish a certain type of way, and you put it in there and you make it. You boil them, and then that's your crawfish, right? That's what's coming out here, right? When you dump it out, you dump it in that ice chest, and that is the finished product. Yeah. The issue becomes when we first moved to Houston. The thing that we thought was the craziest thing is when they pour it in that ice chest, and then they start seasoning on top of the crawfish. We think of that as like a Houston specific thing, right? Okay. Or even a non-Louisiana thing. But then they take it even a step further. They'll make the crawfish, and they'll take that old plastic bag, trash bag, Walmart bag, and put some, lemon pepper? Lemon pepper. And
you can't make crawfish wings. That's my thing. You can't have lemon pepper, Cajun, Asian, garlic,
Parmesan, crawfish.
You can't, do you guys feel like it's cultural appropriation or is it fusion?
No, it's not fusion. It's disgusting.
Because like,
it's just like that woman on what was the name of that? Shout out, man! This podcast is brought to you by Celia Liang. She hit me up the other day and she was like, "Is it cultural appropriation when what's the girl on Crazy Rich Asians?"
Aquafina.
She was like, "Do you think Aquafina?" This is an Asian lady. She was like, "Do you think Aquafina is appropriating Black culture?" And the answer is yes. Mm-hmm. And I think that Cajun crawfish. Yes, I think. But you know what? And the thing about it is, honestly, I was like, I'm so mute and numb to people stealing Black culture that I didn't like. I'm like, she's from New York, so whatever. Maybe she's talking like New York people now. I mean, maybe she was born.
And then too, if you go to the Gulf of Mexico right now on the dock, guess who's catching all the shrimp and the crawfish?
Why are you stupid?
That's the truth, though.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate a little bit. I'm not saying I disagree with y'all. So
you seem like the devil.
So the idea of fusion restaurants is a very popular thing.
Oh, like
Houston
Ito's,
right now.
huh?
Exactly.
But
so Ito's is actually because
we're not putting it. No,
I know, but they are fusion.
We will not.
It's not shade. They are a fusion restaurant,
and I fuck with them hard.
Obviously we love Ito's and Jason, but the point
nigga, we are sponsored by Ito's. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But my point is that Ito's is a fusion restaurant. Mm-hmm. It is. It's a Mexican and he calls it Cajun, not Creole.
Louisiana. But no, okay, so this is the issue for me, and I guess this is the difference. It is a fusion between Cajun. Ito's is a fusion between Cajun and like Tex-Mex or Hispanic.
Is it because
right?
they're non-Blacks?
I know. I think the issue is theirs isn't a mix between Asian food and Cajun food. I think it's just a knockoff of Cajun food.
No, it plays it. There's some.
They have like stuffed egg rolls.
I'm talking about the crawfish itself.
Okay, the crawfish itself.
Cajun crawfish is what I would say.
I would say so the term is actually via Cajun crawfish, and it's a thing in Houston. And I actually like both of them.
I think I saw Anthony Bourdain doing
this. He did via Cajun. It's like a thing.
Bourdain, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. But like seriously, like you get that via Cajun. I prefer to have a look. So this is my thing. This is the only thing I have a problem with via Cajun. Don't use that bag of sauce to season your crawfish.
That's all we were saying. That's all we said. That's what they do though.
That's what I'm saying. As long as your crawfish inside is actually seasoned, and some of them get it and some of them don't. You know what I'm saying?
It's in the sauce longer by the time you get it.
But I respect the Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, how much of the Louisiana, boiled crawfish.
Too.
It is. And I think that's why y'all have a deeper affinity for what's going on than we do, because I can appreciate them both. Sometimes I want the Cajun, sometimes I want the via Cajun, and I don't consider one better than the other. I mean, y'all probably do. But as long as I get a sausage and what else do I like?
Some corn and potatoes.
Some corn and potatoes, as long as that come in.
And a
turkey. That's what it is.
And a turkey neck. You want an egg in yours?
I don't want an egg.
So I will tell you one of the issues. The thing that irritates me though is that Houston's a very, very diverse city. Has a lot of different culinary cuisines, right? But whenever like an Anthony Bourdain or whatever comes to town, they always focus on the Asian, the what they call you say via what?
Via
Cajun, and that irritates me because I'm like, there's so many Black folks that are doing this kind of cuisine, and y'all not going there.
But it's a whole lot better too. That's my. Yeah. But
it's the original. Like, how you gonna come here and go on to the fusion ones and focus on the Asian? Lord, this photo focus on the Asian places, which are good. Yeah. And not pay homage to the originals, the people that whose culture that is. Yeah, that's what irritates me.
I definitely. My whole problem I just don't like you to just boil the crawfish in regular water and then pour a bunch of juice on it to call it crawfish. I don't like it.
But let me speak on the fact that I have had many a crawfish boil from people in Louisiana that has not been hidden.
But guess what? You know, them people ain't us. But listen, the thing is, I'm just putting it like that. Yeah. So look, those are the things that burned my boudin this week. And I'm just curious, as we have concluded this segment, y'all have been munching on the two different types of boudin. Which one, the plate on the right or the plate on the left, which one is prepared in such a way that you like it better?
The plate on the right.
I like the right one better.
That, I mean, I would think that is the Texas style of boudin.
It's Texas?
It's the Texas style.
I like it it's crispier.
Yes.
So the honest to God thing, we've talked about this before. We think that Louisiana people are food snobs, right? We believe that we cook better than everybody. Specifically, south of I-10, we think we cook better than everyone.
Y'all harassed us in Houston about
this. Hold on, what makes it so explain to me the difference. Is one just boiled and one on the grill? Is that the only difference?
So the difference is, and I'm gonna get to it, right? And that's exactly what you just said. One is on the grill and one's boiled. The boiled boudin is what we grew up on. Like we could go to the corner store, gas station, and I'm going to fill up my tank, and when I walk in to pay, it's like a link of boudin for 89 cents. So let me get a link of boudin. So we grew up just eating, and they was making it in a rice cooker. They got a rice cooker behind the thing in the gas station. That's where we grew up. So that's what the type on the left was. The type on the right, once we came to Houston, we were like, oh, y'all putting boudin on the grill?
It's good. It's
actually the best thing that Texas ever has done
in their life.
No, let me tell you why.
Like Warren Moon, boudin on the grill,
taco trucks,
Beyonce, taco trucks, and what else? What's the fifth one that Texas is?
Beautiful fucking ladies like us in here tonight.
Oh yeah, Metropolis. Those are the T-Town.
Y'all ratchet.
M-Bar, right?
D-Bar.
Yeah, M-Bar. That would be 2000
No, the difference is, and why this is better, I mean, just from a palate perspective.
A Texas palate perspective.
Whatever. I also lived in Louisiana for 4 years.
Okay, shout out. But it was middle Louisiana. But
whatever.
I'll take it.
You're from
Because we agree. Okay, I was going to say, we talked about the...
They down south, they think it's no...
I just kind of threw that part in a little bit earlier, that caveat that below I-10, it's a different level of food snob.
I give it to you. But I think what the grill adds is the smokiness. It also tightens the skin, and it doesn't overcook the rice.
I got you.
Boom.
I think
it's not gonna bust like that one. If you put it in the like if you boil it, it could bust, and like it number rice all in there.
But ultimately, I think our generation is kind of not as into boiled things and how our parents were. Like think about like boiled Brussels sprouts or hot dogs and stuff like that. Like,
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a real question. If I had just was making rice. Do y'all want me to put it in the oven or in the boil it?
I'm talking things like.
I'm asking you a question.
Don't be a
no, stop that. Do you want me to put it on the grill or do you want me to put it on and boil it?
Rice and boudin are not the same thing.
I said 80% of boudin is rice. I'm just asking you a question. Do you want me
in Texas
to boil it, or do you want me to put your rice on the grill?
Okay, I'm gonna counter that with: are you serving me a plate of rice, or you serving me a plate of boudin?
Plate of rice.
No. I mean, at the end of the day,
if I was making rice dressing,
that don't make no sense. This is a whole different style. So is boudin rice? Do you consider boudin rice?
I do. I consider it like damn near like.
So what's the difference between rice and boudin?
Don't fall for the bait. He trying to be contrarian. Don't fall for the debate.
I'm not.
I understand why you feel that way. However,
but you just agreed it tastes better on a grill.
Just being a contrarian.
I was being a contrarian.
This is what
it don't matter because I had 2 of them little grill links and they was divine.
Okay, well there you go. I'm happy with that. We could provide that for you. So look, we talked, and I kind of hushed y'all a little bit. So I definitely want to come back full circle to this a little bit when she started talking about.
We don't allow it being hushed.
Well, I guess that's the wrong way to put it. But when I started talking a little bit about Black Girls Who Brunch and the Fat Girl Food Chronicles, I definitely want y'all to expound a little bit about some of the things that y'all do, specifically what events y'all might have coming up, what other ventures y'all are doing. I heard about the Yum.
Chef, this is Vicky, a chef.
I'm giving you some runway right now to tell us about so we can know who we talking to right now.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Paper, rock, scissors. No, it don't matter to me. You want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
So Black Girls Who Brunch. I've kind of slowed down this year. I've been really busy with some other stuff outside of blogging, but I am working on my next event. It's going to be Girls Love Crawfish Part 2 with Ito's.
Bounce for the crawfish.
Yeah. We're going to be at a new spot And I'm thinking it's going to be bigger than last year, so I'm really excited for that. We're looking at April 18th for that event. I still need to do another brunch event for this. Another brunch event this year. I don't know what's going to happen, though, but that's still definitely in the works. What was the other part of the question?
Oh, just what other things you got going on besides events and other ventures?
So the big thing this is kind of by accident. I'm a lawyer. I absolutely love politics. So the last few months, I really have been doing a lot of political stuff on my Instagram stories. People have seemed to like that. So I kind of just like make it plain, basically, like breaking down impeachment, things like that. So I'm still going to be doing that the rest of the year. Also, I'm working on this whole concept of an ebook. When I will have time to do it, I don't know, but I find myself giving so much of myself to friends and family, talking about how to grow your audience on Instagram, how to expand your brands, how to work with Lord, they're over here pouring shots, y'all, and getting it all on me. How to expand your brand, how to also work with brands and things like that. Like today, for example, I just posted a new blog post about how to get invited to blogger events. I get invited to a lot of events. People are like, how you get invited to the event. So
I was asking her this yesterday, like how we wanted to go to the Roughneck game for free.
My question, I guess, is how did you get involved and start want to be a blogger?
Okay, so Black Girls Who Brunch has been around for about 5 years now. Started in May 2015. Okay. I have always loved to eat out. I grew up in a family. My family loves to eat out. We are foodies. So
nobody can cook. You don't know how to cook.
No, my parents definitely can cook. My family
can cook, baby,
and I can too. Vicky didn't eat in my house many times.
She can bake. I heard. I've seen it on your site.
Don't come from my friend. She can cook too.
So she eat out a lot. Just learn how to cook from eating out. Or?
No, I'm a busy person, so I prefer to, like my sister will say, Erika can cook, but she prefers to make reservations, and that's my life. But yeah. What was that? Y'all got me drinking. I'm forgetting stuff.
I know.
No, I was just saying what other ventures you might have.
No, what did you say?
How do you get started?
So how I got started was basically just like I was going out so much and people were already asking me questions. I'm like, I can probably monetize this, right? And my thing is I love to write. So I kind of saw it as a creative outlet. I'm a lawyer by day. I work in a very serious area of the law that can be very draining on the spirit. And so this is like my creative outlet. So I just kind of, I step out of work and I do something completely different. And it just kind of grew. And ultimately for me, it kind of grew. And ultimately I just kind of got to the point where people started coming. My inbox is full of events. And so the post I wrote today was about this whole thing about how do I start getting invited to events? And I really there's no science to it. It just kind of happened. But I think there's certain things that I do and how I curate my Instagram that helps with that. So I'll give y'all an example. Very simply, I go out on my own all the time and I'm going to always post on my feed and I'm going to tag the appropriate people. Oh, here's an example. The place Jenny's Ice Cream that I love. Mm-hmm. I went to Jenny's Ice Cream on my own coin. Went there, posted about it, and tagged them. And they hit me in the DM. Was like, hey, we're having a grand opening for bloggers. You want to come? I sure do. So you have to kind of, and I told this as well, you have to spend money in order to be able to, you can't always think it's going to just come to you for free. Like you got to put the work in first and do it on your own and pay for it. And then eventually you may get the opportunities to go for free. And then I link with bloggers like my girl Vicky. We definitely share plus ones. Like we will put it in a group me say, okay, I got a plus one who's coming. That's also beneficial too.
So as far as me, my road to blogging was a little different. I was a chef, so I was posting food pictures, of course, when I moved back from the East Coast, of just stuff that I was cooking. I ended up having a roommate who was one of the founders of the Houston Food Blogger Collective. He invited me to the first food blogger event, and I went, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I was still posting food just by nature, just because that's what I would do. And then I realized by connecting with other bloggers that this is something I could really get into. I think it's just been a year or two where I'm like, oh, I can monetize off of this. And so I've been, trying to do that. So this year is the year of monetization. For sure. I'm going to get my coins this year. Yes. High five. Yes. I ain't doing nothing. And
let's get them there.
One thing I could say that my girl, Black Girls Who Brunch does is she is on top of everything all the time. And one thing that I learned is that you get invited to different things based on the work that you put in. And not just on a micro platform like Instagram or whatever, but actually writing on your okay, let's take this shot.
Okay, we take
they're pausing for a shot, and I'm just drinking my mimosa.
Have y'all ever had a Boudin infused a shot?
Yeah. I'm gonna be lit.
Dust it with Boudin.
But also, like the work you put in on your actual platform, and I think it was Felice who told me, Felice of Ever Swank, shout out to them. Or Swanky Maven.
Yeah, her current blog.
Bloop, bloop. Anyway, but yeah, she told me, she was like, you need to have a platform that's just your own, because at the end of the day, all these platforms and all that kind of stuff could end tomorrow, and you need a place to house your own stuff. So shout out to her for that. And I noticed the more that I put on my actual .com, the more invites and stuff that I get to. And just being around, and iron sharpens iron, like being around Erika, who is always doing like everything. I swear there is 2 of her. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
I be tired, y'all.
Just being on top of stuff. This year, I'm on top of stuff. So y'all asking me what I'm doing. I am doing the podcast, The Yum. I just started. We're 11 episodes in, but we have 2 episodes posted already.
The Yum.
Yes, the THA.YUM on Instagram.
It's a THA and then a period and YUM.
Yes.
Okay, period is dot. Okay, I just want to make sure I said it right.
And it's a food podcast. You know what I'm saying? Cross branding with people like the best friend weekend. You know what I'm saying?
It's on your head too.
I mean, I got the merch and everything. So partnering with people like them, and also.
So can we be on the Yum?
Of course. Ooh. Come. Yeah.
One time
I'm
for
excited.
the one time.
Come bring y'all.
Super
Y'all
excited.
gotta bring y'all booty in though.
But we're talking about food.
Our booty come with us at all times.
He made her another mimosa because she's a black girl who brunch.
But I don't do shots.
But just merging with people like that, talking about on the Yum, we talking about food and finding food in the space that it lives, in all kind of crazy places. So that's really fun.
Okay.
And also the last thing is we have I started Brunch on the Block 2 years ago, and I didn't get to do it. It was a great event. Yeah, and I didn't get to do it.
In the Blanc?
No, Brunch on the Block.
Oh, I thought you said Brunch in Blanc. That's dope. Like the niggas who come with all white.
Okay. A block party
with syrup and
I thought she said Brunch in Blanc.
And chicken.
Yeah, no. But no, Brunch on the Block, that's coming back this year. So I'm really.
I want to be on Brunch on the Block.
You listen. Everybody gonna be.
Can I MC?
Yes.
I want to be the master of ceremony.
It on here on the Best Friend Weekend. Boom. That's
no, I'm good. I'm gonna do like the boy do when we go watch the Saints games. And
no, he's our official host.
He's volunteering for free.
Hey,
yeah,
right. Who said something about free? Hold on. I gotta pass me the check.
That's what I
Put
heard.
the check in between me and Los.
Listen, that's what we're doing. I also, and I haven't announced it, so I'm gonna drop the plug right here on the Best Friend Weekend.
Breaking news.
I know, right? I just launched Nam Noir, which is a black culinary experience.
Okay.
It's going,
I didn't even know this.
I know. I hadn't told anybody because I am partnering with Airbnb. And
Airbnb experiences.
Yes, it's going to be a black culinary tour of Third Ward. So be on the lookout for that.
This is where we leave right now. Airbnb, she don't know.
We're not bringing it to this podcast.
Oh, yeah. They got
we're not bringing it to this podcast.
Everybody go listen to the episode called Airbnb and Wild Black from this past summer. Best Friend Weekend. Y'all will hear the whole experience. But guess what? Maybe we can shift the narrative. Maybe Vicky can help us to switch the
Black
narrative.
excellence for Black History Month.
What's your question? I know.
My question is, if I'm looking for a restaurant, like a nice little cool restaurant to eat, and what's the process that you got? Like,
so here's what I have found is that when I look at my followers, I'm sure it's the same for you. Like 80% of our followers are women. Men do not follow food bloggers. Like y'all could follow food bloggers and be on, like and impress your girl. All you have to do is copy where I'm going, and your girl be thinking that you on.
But if I can't afford the places you going,
I go places.
Look at your Instagram. It look like it's more than 3 money.
It's all types
3 money signs.
Listen.
I don't have no business.
3 money signs.
I saw the car you drive.
Hello,
you
Mr.
I
did too. I was gonna ask.
The views expressed by Black Girls Who Brunch.
I seen it. It was tan. It was brown. They had some type of animal upon it.
All right.
Okay, so listen, you got that car. You can eat right now. There's variety places. I say also like the month of August. Like you should show out in the month of August. That's Houston Restaurant Weeks. Yeah, they had $30. I mean,
I was this years old when I found out about restaurant week. It's the shit.
Yeah,
it definitely is. So, other thing is, I would say bloggers are a great source, right? There are some bloggers that are more about looking for, I don't say lower end. I like a higher end experience. That's just my judge. But and you ain't gotta follow me. But there are people that like places that come paper plates and styrofoam plates. There
is a blogger for everyone out there.
Exactly.
And you should follow a few. That way you
wasn't shade. No, you true. That's me speaking my truth.
Yeah,
my truth is I like fine dining.
It wasn't shade. She was speaking to the fact that there's bloggers that come for every person out there. Exactly. If you want a plate, like a to-go plate, a lunch plate, a church plate. They got them. They got the white paper plates and all that.
So and we love sharing like amazing little steals, like your Prospect Park plug.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a question about that because that was actually on my list. We got a lot of people from where I'm from, right? That have a whole little. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of this thing since we were young, and this is the thing about I guess black people in general, right? Small town people a lot is that if one person starts making T-shirts, everybody's got a shirt company. Mm-hmm. If one person's got making hip hop songs, everybody's making hip hop songs. So the most recent trend that I've seen back home is people who are making like food, and they're like, "Hey, I'm making." Boudin, or I'm making plate lunches, or I'm making whatever. So my question is, what you guys just said, how does that, like, would you go out and if they said, hey, look, I want the Fat Girl Food Chronicles to come check out some food we making in the house?
Always. I support black business. I support small business. You can speak on something else.
They hit us up a lot. They do. And there's some that we went to a lady's house.
So what do they need? I mean, so what if they don't have a license? What if it's just in your house?
She had a beautiful
What if it just
house.
end up being somebody just chilling at their house making food?
I mean, we
making pralines.
We definitely,
which is pecan candies.
We definitely have gone, like a friend of ours, we went to a lady that was, she was starting a catering company at her house. Remember we went to Pearland?
Sweet Creek?
Don't get me lying.
I don't know.
I'll tag her later, but we love her. She's cool. She's from New Orleans. We went to her house, met her. We hung out with her since then. Yep. My point is that ultimately, like, we will work with anybody. We're not like stuck up in that sense. Mm-hmm. The challenge for me though is that people that are new to this business, they don't know what to ask for. Mm-hmm. And when they reach out to me, they'll say, I want to partner with you. Well, when you give me that open-ended, I want to partner with you thing, that requires me to use my creative energy to think of how we're going to partner. Mm-hmm. And that just, when I'm looking at my emails, that just takes time. And I don't always respond to that.
But I feel like y'all have a following. Y'all got a fan base. Y'all got people who listen to the things that you talk about. So, I mean, you're not going to accept any and everybody who says, come holler at me, right? So there has to be some kind of threshold in regards to what you're going to do. What's
the process? So you get an email and you're looking at what they
because like I said, people back home, they got like, they selling links and Boudin stuff. Yeah. They might want y'all to review them. What they got to do?
Where we at in the neighborhood we in right now, who will bring you some food.
So to me, might not be good. If you DM me, I'm going to take into consideration that I started from the bottom. So as a chef, I have a different scope of things. Absolutely. I started in my house and worked my way up to wherever I want it to be, and now I don't do nothing. I don't cook that much, but I'm food blog, and I tell people about
cook for us whenever you want.
I will cook for people, but my other thing is that everybody needs to have exposure.
Go ahead, Mom.
They cannot. They so distracted.
Everybody needs to have exposure, and I'm never gonna shit on a little person, or not even a little person, a person who just don't have a following like they want. But I don't like people who come into my inbox specifically to capitalize off our followers.
How can you tell?
It's pretty apparent.
Yeah, it is. It's if you have
like me and Los. Like actually, we had a meeting like last week, and we was like, let's capitalize off their followers.
Yeah, I was like,
and you know what?
Y'all like it out.
And you know what? You know what?
But we
and I added up both of y'all followers, and at times two.
And honestly, I said, okay. I told Vicky, I said, okay, we're going over here for this podcast. They using us, so I'm gonna get. I told them to have food for us, to have drinks for us.
But you see the hospitality,
a little quid pro quo.
But you see the hospitality.
There has to be a mutual. No, you good. There has to be a mutual benefit.
We had male strippers over here before. Like it was, we put the whole, we laid it out for.
But we had to kick him out because that boy had.
We went. Yeah, don't use that.
Y'all did good. I appreciate all of the love.
An example would be there was a eventual ones that I think are probably the biggest one, and Vicky's gonna probably talk about this in her next episode. But the events be the worst ones. Oh Jesus, this shot. How you getting home?
Vicky coming out with us. Vicky, where you at this weekend?
Every shot we done took, she like, this is the most cool. We have a cocktail, right? And now she like, give me a shot, nigga.
Shot. So we was trying to play on these gender norms and be like, hey, look, this is the we're gonna make cocktail. Most of y'all gonna drink beer.
We was on the phone late. I said, I text him and say, we need to have Boudin.
Listen,
we have a couple burn my Boudin when you do Boudin.
Yeah, that was all
Look
those.
at you thinking.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So those little like that, like
you nice.
No,
with
those like that.
I tried to play.
No, I wasn't because that
bite you.
Because that kind of creativity is what like me and her we think like this constantly. And once you start thinking like that, that is huge for your brand. So there's like play on words or that's a big thing on Instagram. So I mean, we'll think like, oh, you know, we should do this. Like, we are always thinking like that.
That's funny because we sitting up and we doing whatever we do at the time, and we just start talking about stuff. Like, we throwing ideas. I'd be like, no, 9 times out of 10, he gonna shoot whatever I say down.
And I'm gonna tell him now, like, that he needs to. You have good ideas.
That's just what he do. He gonna shoot whatever. But I'm
man,
good
listen, the ideas expressed by Erika do not express the views of Best Friend Weekend. Go ahead.
Let me thank you.
Let Los speak.
See how you do me?
I'm listening, Los. Go ahead.
I've been going through this for so long.
I know. I've heard on the podcast before.
Yeah, they bully me.
They do. And I told him, you the funniest one on the podcast. He is funny. Los is funny.
My dog.
You're the straight man. You know that's your role. You ask the question.
Okay, go ahead.
You nigga. But no, you know, I think when we get together, we talking, or we just out drunk. We'll be talking and we'll be out in a public spot and we're just talking about the podcast. And I think this year, more so than any other year we've been on it, it's 2020. We've been doing that a whole lot more. We sat in a spot yesterday for an hour, just having ideas and shooting ideas at each other. Just whatever, good or bad, just shooting them back and forth.
Okay, so look, this is what I'm gonna come with. Listen, we are. I don't know. In my head, I had a certain length of this podcast, and guess what? I think the conversation is good. So we
didn't start like this.
No. I know exactly where we at in regards to the time. But look, I definitely want to hit y'all with some things that I don't want to leave something unturned. Right? Not to say we can't have y'all back, but a thing that I'm just curious about. Right?
We're never coming back.
Vicky, you coming back?
I'm coming back, baby. Boudin links and shot. And strawberry.
Hey, I mean, we like Roger, but I mean, we get Vicky smooth.
Hey, I'm right in this thing.
No, okay, I got some rapid fire questions for y'all. Some real quick questions, and I want some real quick answers just to see your first thoughts on it. First thing, what's your favorite restaurant in Houston right now? Now, I know this can be subject to change. But
Novi's is good. I like Lucille's.
Novi's and Lucille's.
Novi's, B-I-E-S.
Novi's and Lucille's.
But you want black owned or you don't?
No, I just want.
Okay, but these footnote.
Lucille's is.
Lucille's. Footnote. Those are both $2 or $3 dollar signs.
Yes,
they're not cheap.
Yeah,
I like Lucille's.
No, 2 is cheap. 3 is too much.
Okay. Are there any restaurants that y'all?
Dollars money sign.
Is there any restaurants y'all went to the food blog that y'all say stay away from?
Okay.
How does that work though?
So there's one that has really pissed me off.
This is gonna turn away from rapid fire. I can tell because they both went.
There's one that's really pissed me off, but I just posted about this today. I believe in not bashing restaurants. No.
Okay.
No, wait, what'd you say? No.
You know the camera on you right now could read your mouth. Read your mouth.
I'm drunk as fuck.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's one that pissed me off, but I will. I don't like to bash black-owned restaurants, and also I find that people don't come to our pages for the negative. They come for the positive. So we had a whole discussion over there. I posted this thing, y'all. This is so funny. Sorry, this is not rapid fire anymore, but I posted this thing. I had a sponsored post by a really cool brand, and everyone was posting negative crap about that brand. I was like, y'all, do not do that. That's how you brands are looking at that. You got to be more positive than negative, and provide healthy criticism when you're on your post. So. In short, I will not give you an answer on a public forum about who I don't.
My thing is,
so you don't negatively.
I've come for this one place a couple times. They tried me.
I don't post negatively.
On my story, that's about it.
On your story,
and you gotta push me. It's gotta be, and they pushed me. You gotta. I'm not a fighter, but don't push me. Basically,
on mine, I think my thing is I'm not a food critic, so I'm not here to critique. I'm here to expose.
Gotcha.
And so that's the difference with me.
I like the way she put that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not gonna. I will call people to the table as we did with one restaurant, but I also tell the full scope of the actual story. So I'm not here to critique your food. I'm not here to critique your business practice. If you ask me, I will tell you what I think is going on because I consider myself the black restaurant liaison at this point. You know,
one time for the one time.
But at the same time, it is what it is. People have a lot to say. If you want to go for a critique or an opinion, go to Yelp.
Go to Yelp. Go to Culture Bath.
So
Chronicle.
y'all are advertising and featuring things that y'all believe in. So if it's a restaurant to say stay away from, then it's not a thing. But I guess what I was really asking, hoping that y'all would say was like, someone asked y'all to come. Y'all like y'all might have had such a bad experience that you're like, hey, look, this is a forum that you can say, hey, look, this might be a place you might want to stay away from. But guess what? If y'all don't have that, then that's fine. I'm not asking y'all to post about it. I was asking y'all about to tell best friend weekend audience about it. But we don't have to. We don't have to do that.
I don't have to do that.
I only got one more question. One more quick rapid fire question, which is stop being so rapid fire, but whatever. Are there any type of like exotic foods that they tell you to come and do that you're like, I'm not messing with that? Like, I mean, I know
I've eaten so much crazy stuff over the years.
I don't like, let me say this for the record. I said on the best friend weekend, and this is going against everybody in Houston or whatever. I do not prefer a lot of African food. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
So you're not African?
No. I'm not. I've come from the African diaspora. Let's get it. Don't get it twisted.
Don't answer it.
But I am not from.
But you seem like you could
I don't
have
know
been.
my tribe.
Punch him in his face.
Listen, no,
Right now.
I'm not.
So two things.
That.
I would agree with that. Asian food is my least favorite cuisine. There's Asian food that I like, but it's just not a cuisine that I don't think like, I'm feeling some Chinese food today. Like, that's just not like my thing. But what I have found though with you should go to the Chop and Block pop up. What I have found with African foods is that they explain in the pop up in this event I went to is that they are not about having elevated experience outside the home. Like they cook it at home. They haven't really
the African places.
See, I don't like
stockfish.
I think
you
don't like jollof rice?
I don't like jollof rice. I don't. I don't like rice.
It's like jambalaya.
But I know, but I don't like.
But
jollof
do you like jollof
rice.
rice on the stove or in the oven?
Shut up. I don't like rice, period. So that's not my thing.
Okay.
And more of
work
African
there,
thing
so
is
I
like the
think she's, like,
textures
coming from it.
and some of the flavors.
Yeah, and then some of the smells.
That's
You
what
know,
tastes
Some,
my
yeah, I just.
smell. My question is, what is the craziest thing you tried at a spot? Like,
I remember one time trying octopus ceviche.
is that the penis of octopus?
That's what a ceviche mean in
Does
Italian.
not.
That's what I thought.
It means cooked in acid for y'all.
Cooked in
acid.
In asses.
In acid.
Oh, I thought it said asses, like a bunch of asses, and you cooked it
Like
in it.
lemon kind of stuff.
Oh, acid.
Nah, that's a butt
acid.
plug.
You better
That's
stop.
kind of the crazy thing I think about.
Okay, so no, I mean, and you asking that question makes me think about this, and we had this conversation yesterday. We were sitting here and was like, damn, we've been doing a podcast for like the last month, and a word has never came out of my mouth, either one of our mouths. And I'm about to say that word right now in this context. Where I'm from, people eat possum, people eat people eat turtles, people eat snake, rabbits. They definitely eat venison. They'll eat alligator, all that
quail.
stuff. And we look at that like, damn, it's normal. But when you look at people overseas, specifically in like Asia, you know, they're eating dog and they're eating this and that, and you're like, oh man, that's not but it's the same thing, right?
I guess what?
Guess
Tastes
what?
bad.
But guess what? How you know?
If you season it, I'm sure dog is pretty
dog
good.
is probably okay, but they eat bat, and you know
That's
what happens?
wild.
The word that we never used yet, coronavirus. Y'all finna get coronavirus. Eating octopuses, asses.
What I always think about is like in India, they don't eat. India, they don't eat. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
James Bond.
Clearly, I'm not drunk enough to be on this podcast.
I am. I'm super lit.
I have to finish her off. Finish her. Go ahead. Come on, Vicky. I know, Erika, you was just talking about
I didn't put enough champagne in.
No, I was going to your point to say that I think about, like in India, they have the cows, and the cows are sacred animals, and they just roam free. And they look at us crazy because we eat cows all the time, right? So, but here we are going to China talking about y'all are roam free eating dogs. I
always think it's like, that's what y'all want to eat?
Yeah, like I'm
sure dogs.
That's an animal.
If you put some turnip satchel and garlic and onion and bell pepper and put that boy in the oven with the foil paper cover,
I'm pretty sure we can make some fire dogs. Because you will find an animal that kind of moves and lives the same way a dog moves and lives, and then you would make it the same way. You would prepare it the same way.
I've eaten something that none of y'all have never.
Because people eat coon. Like
that one weird thing that you like showed your grandma the picture of. What's that thing called?
So that's gooey duck, but it's
weird.
Technically a clam. It looks like a pintus.
Oh, I seen that thing before when you eat it and it busts all in your mouth.
Yes, that one. That's a gooey duck. But the craziest thing that
I've seen it. I've seen the memes.
It's crazy. It looks like
no homo.
Wait,
I don't use that term.
I know.
Oh, Erika, we don't say that. We don't use those terms. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Look,
oh yeah, gooey duck.
The little Asian woman on the
and it explodes in her mouth.
All in her mouth.
That's really gross.
I haven't had that
explode in
because those are $40 a piece, and like I said, your girl's an entrepreneur. But I've eaten camel.
I ain't never ate no camel.
I ain't never ate no camel.
I ate a
Where were you at when you ate that?
Emu,
a tall what?
A tall woman. That nigga is dick.
With hump?
A tall woman with a hump on her back. Put a hump in your back. Okay, no, we ain't got time. Okay, no. Okay, I got two definite things that since we got them here, we got to talk about it. So I'm getting to these two things. One of them we definitely said we wanted to talk about. The other one, look, we got two specific things for this month and last month, right? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna start with this month, Valentine's Day. It's on the horizon. So the first question I got: is it okay for a man to cook for you? Or do you feel like you need to go out to a restaurant for Valentine's Day?
Ask the chef. I think the chef, Vicky, got to answer this first because
I do.
Because Erika don't like what we like. Yeah, evidently.
No, that's super funny.
She definitely want to go out.
You know me so well.
Yeah, she don't want to stay home. She like, nah, you lazy.
Take me to Bastrop.
You should have put.
And she want to go out with a dude with no credit card.
Yeah, no, he got 3 credit cards and all of them.
That's super funny. Like mine. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real. We live in the age of the millennial nigga, and the millennial nigga is up to no good, right? And so as long as your black ass or white ass or whatever I'm into Chinese right now. As long as you
Cajun.
Yes, as long as you with me on Valentine's Day, then I'm cool. Because this is what millennial dudes do. They try to play you and be like, you know what? I'm not into Valentine's Day.
It's a Hallmark holiday.
It's a Hallmark holiday. I'm not into it. Neither am I into Thanksgiving. But whatever. I always tend to try to attract those type of men because I like weirdos. Anyway, but
we can have that discussion on another podcast. I swear to God, we can give the game up for the hour.
One of my girlfriends was like, you need to make sure no matter what they do, what they're into, they make sure that you are with them on Valentine's Day and they're not trying to play you and be with somebody else. So as long as you with me, I don't care if you cook, you take me out, rub my feet, light a candle, eat the pussy. I don't care as long as you with my ass.
Who said we lighting the candle and eating? Like, where does it go? Why did it go there?
It's because of the 3 shots, man.
From the back. Okay, so okay, that's that. Hey, okay, E, do you have anything to add?
Take me out. No,
take me out.
I'm Erika. Take me out, and I need to be in some good light and help me with my aerial shot. Nigga, if you touch that motherfucking plate before I take this motherfucking picture, big facts. You ain't getting shit when we get home.
Wrong.
All right, I'm out. I'm not.
I'm just not that. Like, I think people presume that I'm all into like the big extravagant stuff. That's just not my MO. I don't like that. I don't like surprises. I don't like a lot of attention. So like, if you're like, I just bought you some flowers, cool. Like, I really would not be tripped off.
So he bought some flowers and some noodles to the house and some hot dog buns. Cut them up.
Cooking
that's
for babe.
Spread, nigga. And we need to. That's a spread, and we need to figure out if you just got out.
Nigga might be tushin'. That's what we call it.
Now, what I would appreciate is that you find things that I at least like, because I don't like that. So like, even if it's like, if it's I mean, yeah.
Okay, so this is a good question.
Like
no, it's a good question. This goes right into the question I was going to ask. If he cooking, what should he make? Yeah. What you want?
I think whatever the person likes. So like,
so what do you want?
Come on, break it down for them.
Wait a minute.
Listen, Vicky, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. You better be prepared to answer. So whatever Asian American man listening to this podcast and be coming.
I'm taking application.
Hey, if you got that Cajun, Vicky ready, boy.
As long as you can jacket tag. Let me
leave that man alone. Don't be talking about that man weighing on the podcast. Okay, Eric.
She said she needs
this is what happens when y'all add women to y'all podcast. I'm not that picky like that. I'm a picky eater, but I'm not.
Question.
We just asked you what you want to eat.
I don't know. I'd probably be more something about like giving me a cake or something, like something sweet. And everybody know I'm more into baked. I'm more into baked.
So he come home.
Order out and make a cake.
No.
Bring me some Luna pizza and a cake.
So what you say, Vicky? Coming over
Vicky, what you got?
Let me say, I don't care what.
Hey, it's your good cake.
You know, I like when men cook. I really don't care what they cook because most of the time they gonna fuck it up anyway. Just being honest.
That's a lie.
But it's the truth from my experience. But
I don't know men who can't cook.
Yeah, because I only know men from Louisiana.
Oh my God, here they go.
Oh my
Lord. Okay, here's a small.
Not a lie.
Louisiana people are so stuck up about their culinary experience.
But a lot of them can't cook. One of the nastiest meals I've had was in the boots. So yeah, no. From
an ex-convict.
In New Orleans, somebody mama. No, for the record, somebody mama.
College.
Yes.
Hey, but listen, that's another myth. Can I put a myth?
Someday mama went in college.
Can I put a myth on top of your myth?
Uh-huh.
The real myth that we need to delve into is the fact that, and we're not going to take too long on it. We can talk about this in another time. That New Orleans is not the best place to eat in Louisiana. New Orleans people think they can cook, but Acadiana is really where it's at. Okay. And their food is completely different. It's tomato based. Our shit is roux based. It's a completely different thing. Our Cajun food kicking their Creole food ass every day of the week.
I will say that I've had, if it's not at a restaurant in New Orleans, it's not maybe always good. Okay, that's the end of that. No, but for a man cooking for me for Valentine's Day,
that's what we need to know. What you want?
I want some aphrodisiacs.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some little chocolate drip.
You want me to go outside on the grill?
Yeah.
Fire that propane up, throw the clam on top of it.
Yeah.
And I hit the cheese
right like that.
And you give me a strawberry.
Is this recording?
As long as my man is there and he doing whatever, I'm cool. As long as
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So let me ask you a question that's going to be reminiscent of what we said earlier.
But hold on, for the record, I also do like 5-star restaurants. I'm not round away filet. No, I just say
let's flip it on y'all because I feel like
this is exactly the next question.
What would y'all want for Valentine's?
I want her to cook. I want her to make. Listen, so I know they made a whole holiday called Blowjob and Steak Day,
that's
right?
6 months after Valentine's.
That's 1 month actually. It's actually it's March the 14th. It's Pi Day as a mathematician. Pi Day and whatever.
Nobody made that happen.
Okay, that's the thing, right? I never came home to a steak and some
blowjob.
No. Well, I came. You never came home to a blowjob.
No, but I never came home on the same day.
I don't think I ever came home to a steak.
I'm not gonna do a parental advisory on this.
As a.
So I'm just saying. This is all I'm saying to answer that question. I would think that, and this is I don't want this to speak to gender norms too much, but I think that it's kind of a holiday that is supposed to be about the woman from the man showing his love. When I think that in reality, the idea of Valentine's Day is about our love for one another. So why does it always become the man showing his love in some extravagant ways? Yeah, we might exchange gifts, right? But when it comes to the taking out and going to dinner and whatever, it's always laid upon the man. Why can't it be the other way around where the woman's like, you know what, it's Valentine's Day. I want you to be with me, like the way you just said. I would love for us to be together, and I want you to cook for her. And I'll cook for you, babe. Come over, I'll cook for you. You come bring that thing with you.
Cause Hallmark fucked us up, but
I'll be fine, that girl.
Yeah,
I think it's a women's holiday.
I'm not saying it's a thing. I'm not saying I expect that to be a thing. I'm just saying why can't it be?
I know it's a women's holiday. That woman made that up because if he was a dude, he would have put it on the 15th, like the day he got paid.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You can't wait. Don't wait till I gotta wait 2 whole weeks. The first one is normally what? Mortgage?
Man, I'm done with you.
This speaking some gospel though.
This year it would be fine because it's on a Friday, so we're gonna get paid on that Friday. But listen, the thing is,
everybody don't get paid like we get paid.
And you're the first and the 15th. I get paid monthly, so.
But everybody don't get paid like we get paid every 2 weeks. Like we get paid early sometimes. Well, no, I get paid early. Anyway, I don't get paid. I'm broke.
We know your whole story.
You still let me rub your back in a circle, baby.
Because now she know what kind of car you drive.
Run it back in a circle.
She know what kind of car you drive and how you get paid. She gonna hit you for the 15th.
You gonna have DM Valentine.
But look, the thing about it is, why you make it on the 14th? Make it on the 15th.
No, I got you.
So that man get his check and be able to cook.
It's a Hallmark holiday.
That's.
I just think it's interesting that she brought up niggas don't want to be with us for Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving.
That's 14.
That's a random holiday that she like.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I always attract people who are weird and they just don't believe in holidays, especially like the Black Panther.
But you be with that nigga for Christmas, but he don't want to be with you for Thanksgiving?
No, the thing is, you know the history.
Oh, the Hoteps. Don't talk about Hoteps on this podcast.
It's the Hoteps. And you
First
know,
thing that burnt my
your Hotep tattoo while you over here.
And the history about Thanksgiving, them also tend to be the type.
About Nas niggas.
Yes, that also tends to be the type that be like, you know what, I really just can't feel.
So Asians do that?
I don't know. I'm trying to currently get me an Asian.
Not Asians.
I'm taking Asian applications.
Cajun.
I'm taking Asian applications.
Cajuns are called Laotians okay, I'm sorry.
I've never been big into holidays. And Valentine's Day is definitely not one for me. I just
So you cool? He come home, y'all watching Netflix.
Yeah, it's just not a big deal to me.
It really isn't, but I feel like we feel pressure.
You won't feel nothing.
I remember I was dating this guy when I was in college, and we did not care. We were on the same page. We just did not care. But his friends,
didn't care. It's a dude. He not gonna care about Valentine's Day.
But then all his friends, no, we were in college, but all his friends, like they were buying their girls all these really big extravagant gifts, and he felt so bad, so he went and bought me all this crap. I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this.
You asshole.
No, I'm not. No, he's like, I was pressured into buying you extra stuff because my boys were buying their girls.
No,
stuff.
it makes sense. I get it. But no, it's not even some dudes. It's every man.
It is every man. I agree.
Should. Okay, so something that's weird, and I'm gonna go to the next thing in a second, but I think it's a point that needs to be talked about. That I always thought it was like crazy and beyond me sometimes when I would meet a guy. Like when I first moved to Houston was the first time I really met people like this, where a guy would be like getting money from a girl like on a consistent, or getting gifts from a girl consistently.
Let me speak.
Can I just say this? And you can speak to it. But my thing is, I just always thought that it was so far removed from my real life. That's like, damn, that's what you do. So the men that I grew up with, the men that I know, the men that I'm friends with, we like to let a man be a man. So if there's an opportunity to be like Valentine's Day, and I get to be like do some man stuff, buy you a big bunny, and like I'm talking about like when we was in kids, like kids,
Buddy sounds scary.
No, Buddy was 60. We used to get
Pelican.
Yeah, we used to get them. Back in the day, we used to get Pelican.
Or Fleur de Lis, either one.
A big Fleur de Lis.
Yeah,
with a
real
red
though. Pelican. A stuffed pelican?
Yeah.
You don't want
one? But the beak.
I mean, I know what it is.
He had the
if you open the beak, he got chocolates in it.
Yeah, and the heart and the flowers.
I'm concerned.
So
like 6'5".
So my point about that is that sometimes a man want to be a man and do man stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I just think that sometimes you gotta let him. And even if y'all not on the Valentine, like, you know, I don't do the Valentine's thing. Sometimes a man want to feel like, hey, I'm doing something for my woman, and that's an excuse to do something.
I'm never going to say like no to a gift. Like I'm not going to say no to a gift. The other thing that irritates me, I'm funny like this, is that I'm not a big gift giver. My family, we don't do gifts like that, and so I really get annoyed when people give me gifts. I'll be like, God dang it, I got to get them a gift.
I'm not good at it. That's my problem. I'll be like, what the fuck do you? I mean,
you gotta be thoughtful. You gotta pay attention.
I'm not good at it.
But for me, I'm gonna speak to 2 points that you said. The first point was these women giving men money. Period. Point blank. I feel like I'm gonna speak to this. I'm very firm on not giving a man money, especially because I'm a big girl, and I feel like a lot of big girls be tricking out there.
Voluptuous. Let's say that.
I'm saying
can I put a footnote here real quick?
No.
My girl Vicky pulled more than anybody I know.
No.
Yes,
you always say that.
Vicky don't chase them, she replaces them.
Vicky, let me find out you out here in these streets.
Listen.
Put that strawberry in my mouth. Like, wash your hands.
Wash your hands, Vicky.
Wash
your fucking hands.
I'm always telling her to quit making this caveat about I'm a bigger girl. Nobody cares.
I've seen it, and this is
they be in her DMs.
Okay, maybe, but they also, you have to weed them out because I don't think this is just a big girl thing. But in general, men treat you how you let them treat you. Period. Point blank. That's A. So that's all I gotta say about that. B. As far as like a man doing something, my thing is, as far as Valentine's Day, that's sweet, that's cute, but I would like a man to not just rely upon Valentine's Day as a crutch to show me that he loves me or that he cares about me. Throw in some little thises and that's all the time. And I'm not talking about spending a lot of money, but just do some thoughtful shit every now and then. Let me come home to a bouquet of flowers, rub my feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, do some nasty shit.
Oh, that's fine.
Listen,
okay.
Right,
I'm just saying, not on Valentine's Day.
I think everything is cool. I don't rub feet no more. But
no more. You might want to add that back to your repertoire.
You ain't gotta suck toes with rub feet.
Not a feet guy.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes all the sense.
Just don't use Valentine's Day as a crutch.
No, I'm not. I think everything you're saying is correct. I think when you got an old lady and doing little certain sweet things, I think that feels good when you come home and just, you know, I'm gonna get this and buy some flowers and have them put up and do what it, you know, do this. Or I'm cooking tonight.
It don't mean a lot more if you just bring flowers on a one-off day and you haven't done something and you haven't messed up.
Just for no reason.
Just like I'm you know, like I'm in
thinking about you.
No, the funny part, I'm that dude. Like I have no problem with walking in the house.
He want all of our followers. We got thousands of followers. He want them all in his DM.
He cute, the hair like nice and laid.
Keep touching like that, girl. I'm getting excited. But no, I have no problem with that. I think those are things that For me, I like the way my girl smile. Like I like to see that surprise in her.
There you
like,
go.
I wasn't even thinking about that or even looking for you to do that. I think that's even better than Valentine's Day. I'm gonna send something to your job on Valentine's Day just to make all the other hoes jealous. But you know,
guys definitely do that.
That's the only reason it's fun. Like for me, because if it was up to me, I wouldn't send shit. But
it's ridiculous.
I mean, you send it to make everybody else jealous.
So another thing, listen, and I definitely want to make sure we get this in under the time period that we was gonna talk.
What's our time period?
I mean, I don't know. Listen, most of my interviews is usually, honestly, most of the time I do a Nothing Nice to Say interview. It's 45 minutes to an hour. We already way up and over hour, but y'all are interested.
I know.
And
I'm saying because we're great.
Yeah. So this is the thing that we cover.
It's a takeover.
So let's just do it like this. Look, this is the other thing. I said we was gonna talk about last month. Now we're gonna talk about, this month. Now let's talk about last month. This is what I got. So we still kind of in that new year, new me phase of the year.
Are we?
Where people are like, okay, they still going to the gym. They might be petering out, but they still trying, right? It's New Year, right? So it's a question about eating healthy, right? Mm-hmm. So what I noticed is you guys are part of the Black Blogger Clique, right? And both of y'all follow, so I mean, I feel like y'all part of it, right?
Or no?
Absolutely.
It's a part of the thing. So what they made and what me and Los was really all like into, y'all got like a bingo, and I'm gonna do some shout outs right now. So they got Miko's Hot Chicken, not the Migos.
Woo!
They got
wait.
Not Migos.
Put some respect on it. I know. What is the bingo called? What is it for?
Say it again.
Ooh. Our bingo is for Black History Month. We did a whole list of Black-owned restaurants around Houston. If you get bingo or black, we have to call it black. BLACK. You can be entered to win gift cards and giveaways and whatnot.
Okay, so
black.
one good black. Any more? Okay, so they got Miko's Hot Chicken, not the Migos. They got Burned His Boudin barbecue. They got Soul Food Vegan, Stuffed Wings, Houston Sauce Company. Don't that sound like something Rumble would have came up with it? Right? Mm-hmm. They got Culture, not to be confused with Cardi B, little boy. They got the Breakfast Club.
That is Sierra.
That's a girl?
No, it's Cardi B, but she's a girl.
Okay. Is it Culture? Oh, my bad, y'all.
Okay, so the Breakfast Club, not to be confused with Charlamagne and them or the 80s movie. Prospect Park, because they niggas. Taste Bar and Kitchen. They got Indigo. They got Turkey Leg Hut. That Smokestack Daddy, right? They got
the white folk in the community.
Right? They got Crumville, Texas. Craft Burger. Do they sell craft beers at Craft Burger? Because if they don't, they should, because that should be a thing.
Maybe they do.
They do. It's in Finn Hall.
I don't believe you. Mm-hmm. They got Sunshines. They got Neos. They got Daiquiri.
Neos is from New Orleans.
Yeah, I've heard of them. People have been trying to put us on it, and they got Daiquiri Shack. But instead of going to Neos, we go to the other one they got on there. Edos! What's up, Edos?
That's all the way. I ain't eating another place on that spot but Edos.
Boudin. Crawfish.
Where Boudin?
Boudin shots.
Boudin.
You guys got Boudin mimosas.
Boudin tires.
Boudin tires.
The truck made a Boudin.
Boudin fried chicken.
Edo, he made a Boudin.
They got Boudin strawberries.
They got Boudin haircut.
What? They never had it before? You thought they did?
Yeah, shout out to Jason
Boudin
and Star.
Yeah, shout out to Jason and Star for those Boudin nachos. No, and they also were doing crawfish. Every Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm. Every Saturday. We're going to get to that, but the place is where we at? We had, we went yesterday, Wakefield Crowbar.
Yeah.
So
we went last week.
Yeah, the week
so Erika just noticed that she just mentioned at the new spot, what is it called? Crawfish Girls Love Crawfish.
Girls Love Crawfish. Get it
right.
Put
some respect on my name.
I'm on that drink.
Put some respect on my name.
I even knew it.
It's going to be a Wakefield Crowbar, right?
I mean, you cool, Los.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Wakefield Crowbar, right?
Perhaps,
possibly. But guess what?
Best friends and cocktails will be.
Y'all coming this year?
Y'all do the live show?
Y'all coming this year? No shade. Y'all coming this year?
We'll get to that later. We're gonna be at Wakefield Crowbar. Hey, I didn't say all the restaurants. I got a few more restaurants. Oh, that wasn't that funny.
That was hilarious.
They got Isle Eatery and Rum Bar. They got 8 Kitchen. I mean, I'm assuming it's not
boutique.
They got Crawfish, Brunch Bar, Catfish Station, Blue Nile, Lucille's. I went there to hang out.
No, you read that wrong. Breakfast Brunch Cafe out in Cypress.
Oh, did I say that wrong?
You did.
And French Fry House. I love that name.
That's Chef Boy Chops. It's my friend.
It's actually really good. You would like it.
I mean, it feels like Toast Bread House.
You should go there for Valentine's Day.
Toast Bread Head.
Potato Daddy.
Potato Tot House. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I doing too much?
Yes, because it's my friend.
No, but I love that name. The name is funny to me. It's a
like
funny name. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We said it full circle, and then we came up with this last night, and we need y'all to partner with us. Can y'all partner with us?
Y'all want us to
do math. Watch. I do math. Boudin. I mean,
Did
bingo.
you just call me Boudin?
Wait, hey, it's that drink.
Oh my God.
I'm drunk too. I can't even lie, friend. I'm drunk.
So a bingo board has 25 slots. One is the free spot. So it's 24 slots, right? Mm-hmm. It's 4 of us. That means if we come up with 6 things each, we can make our own bingo. I want to do a bingo just for us. And this is what I want the bingo to be. I want it to be the healthy daddy bingo.
The healthy daddy.
No, thank you.
So this is what we want. This is what we need. And Vicky, if you got to give 12 because Erika don't want to participate, we're going to do it.
Exactly, because that's who she is.
Okay, so this is what it is. We want some, listen, this is a thing, I think this is that people want. Mm-hmm. Y'all like to go out to eat and everybody's not able, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all give people an avenue to go out to eat and find good places, and I think that's awesome. But what I think a thing that everybody looks for is, hey, it's New Year, New Me. I'm trying to slim down. I'm trying to do stuff. What are some things that I can meal prep and have meals for the week? That's like, hey, look, I'm going to do these meals for the week, and I'm going to do this week, this the next week, this the next week, this the next week. And probably sometimes you got to do 2 on Sunday. So you have 2 meals for that week, 2 on the next week. So we can set people up for at least 3 months worth of healthy-ish food.
I love that.
And I want to do it on air. And if y'all don't have y'all 6, that's fine. Y'all can think while we talking. Mm-hmm. Me and Los already got our 6.
But, okay, so I'm somebody that meal prep is like, I don't do that because it takes too much time for me.
A lot of people do.
But there are a lot of places that I go, like, and I've been meaning to write this blog post. Like, so this year I was trying to do better about my life. I need to, I'm on the wrong side of 30.
Shout out to the summer bodies.
Hello?
The bodies.
So,
what? Hot boy summer.
I'm gonna ruin that.
No, we about to have stones.
But my point is though, is that there's I think people are often looking for places that they can eat out that are also reasonably healthy as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So like I've been making this list as well. So I don't know how that works with your healthy bingo. But
no, but you know the thing is, I make graphics a lot of the time. So I plan to make this graphic, and it's going to have all 24 restaurants on it, and it's going to say
restaurants are.
It's going to say Fat Girl Food Chronicles. It's going to say Black Girls Brunch. It's going to say Best Friend Weekend. It's going to have all our ads on the bottom. It's going to have a boot, and it's going to have a bingo. But guess what? We just put it on our page. Y'all ain't got to repost it. It's just
I'll repost it for you.
It's just fun. I want to have fun with this.
You're so much more
but I think that there's
somebody else.
But think about how helpful that is for people. If you're like, these are the meals that like, and then people sitting around like, oh, we trying to be healthy.
I know my first meal.
Is it restaurants or prep?
No, just healthy fish, healthy-ish food.
So I can give y'all restaurants.
Okay, so the first one, let me start. I'll give you one. I'm going to say stuffed bell peppers. Is the first thing that I'm going to put.
With cheese?
You don't have to put cheese if you want to be healthy-ish. So that's one. So that's one of our 24 that's going to be on our thing.
I got the next one. I got the next one.
Go ahead. I'll let you go.
I'm interrupting.
You did that.
And we're not doing like breakfasts. We're just talking dinner, lunch.
Lunch. I do a breakfast. It's kind of like a bowl. I do ground chicken, brown rice, black beans, pico de gallo.
I don't know how I'm gonna put that all in one little square, but like I want
make a name for it. The Los Bowl.
The Los Bowl.
Los Bowls. Woo!
And then you need to make it something. Take a picture of it. So for me,
I'm gonna send it to you.
There are several places. No, you gotta make it. I got a picture of it, and Vicky will help style it for you.
Sorry,
but so for me, like there's several places I go for. It's like Snap Kitchen, for example, is the fastest place. It's expensive. It's not the cheapest.
On there, beefy food.
But my point is like Snap Kitchen. Season 50 Seasons is another good one. True Food Kitchen.
Beef Fit
Bella Greens. I've been to all places this last year.
With a black woman at the head of the helm.
I don't know her.
I don't know.
Beef Fit food? I've heard of it.
I love beef fit food. They got jambalaya. They be having happy hour for like $5 on the meal. Like
okay, so my next thing was real easy. It's just brown rice and air fryer wings. Like little air fryer wing. I don't have one, but I have access to air fryer. You should invest
because that's one of my.
All my people got air fryers.
As a chef, that's one of my favorite like utensils.
The air fryer.
So y'all won't have to
do an air fryer commercial.
I mean, if y'all want me to, I will own it as a lawyer. I will own it after this. But if y'all want me to share y'all recipe on my blog, I'm happy to do that and then take the credit for it. I'm just playing. I will appropriate credit. I will appropriately credit you.
No, you just serious.
I will appropriately credit you.
You just serious.
I've been doing black bean bowls. and instead of the black or black
how do we
rice
put this? So my question is, help me with the aesthetic because I want to hear this whole.
Maybe it should be offline.
How do I put this in a little thing? Do I just put black bean bowl and then it's like the next?
Gonna steal our idea.
Yeah.
See, I said our idea.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll talk about this after. Y'all just be listening.
Just be on the lookout for it.
Young Crumbs and friends of the
Best Friend Weekend podcast.
Yay!
But listen, y'all got to join our mailing list to actually get the whole.
Yeah.
So they will announce this new card on their mailing list. Sign up for their mailing list. I'll do a list on. I'll do a swipe on my Instagram story for y'all too. But,
we gotta have 10,000 followers.
Gotta have 10K followers, boo.
We don't have 10,000 followers. Look at her. She said sorry and smiled and did her little finger in the air. Pinky finger.
Okay. But I'll let y'all. I'll swipe. I'll do it for y'all. We'll figure it out though.
Okay, so cool. That was a thing that I just thought would be fun to do as a family.
Great idea.
Okay, so family. I thought we was doing that.
Let's see about this black bean bowl. What's the black bean bowl?
Tell us all about it.
Black beans, I love it. It's black beans which are high in protein and all that good stuff that's good for you, vitamins, minerals. I do on top of that. I do like a chunked grilled chicken or grilled pork, or you can do grilled shrimp. I top that with a little salsa, fresh pico de gallo and fresh guacamole. Guac. And if you want to be healthy, you can stop there. Or if you want to put a little zazazoo up on that thing, you do a little shredded cheese.
I love it.
Yeah.
So that means, okay. So I think like honestly, this isn't even for me. This is for everybody else out there, but it's also for me. Like if we compile this list of 24 healthy little like whatever, I just pick 2 every week and say these are the 2 I'm gonna make on Sunday. That's gonna be my meal prep, and I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna get fine by the summer.
And I'm gonna take pictures and let.
But you gotta work out
chops
too.
not gonna be hanging
I'm
out
gonna
of the
call
side
Erika
like
and
talking
give them
about
my address to the hood because I stay in the projects.
project
We
stepper
do not
man.
live in the projects.
Oh yeah, they're not
I do live in the projects.
But I live in the projects too. Y'all are in the projects right now. And
We are not. Lies and
We risked our
untruths.
lives to come.
So one of y'all say we're not in the projects, and the other one say y'all didn't risk y'all lives to do the podcast. See how you feel about it? So listen,
Hey, live by, die by.
we had about an hour and a half for like, which is like I said in my head I was like we probably gonna have about 45 minutes.
This is a good
We're
combo.
so interesting that it took more time.
That's what
I know.
it is.
I agree.
Like
I agree
I
with
said,
everything.
podcast takeover between me and Vicky. I wasn't playing.
So that's how you
I'm
feel.
here for
You feel
it.
like y'all took it over.
Absolutely.
I feel like I was,
Let's go with
in
the
addition
feminine
to
We're
a
gonna
little
put-
land y'all for y'all.
And
We're gonna definitely
and
put
before we go, Vicky,
a vote.
I'm finna feed Vicky a
Ooh, come on.
strawberry. Before we go.
I like how you show restraint, Vicky. Like you didn't you want to stick your tongue out. I was waiting for you to stick your tongue out.
I did.
I was waiting for you to stick your whole tongue out.
But not that.
I was like, I want to see how long the tongue is. I want to see how long the tongue is.
You know, I was just gonna pull it back. I was gonna wiggle it. No, if she did that,
I sure was. For the record, I was gonna lick it.
go.
But I said to myself, tongue, don't do that shit.
Not on the strawberry.
Hey, listen. So we're not gonna talk about Gayle King before we get out of here. But listen. Best Friend Weekend Phase 3.6 is coming March the 6th. Make sure you do it. We partnering with Let's Do This Houston.
Yes.
We got the and Ito and Ito food truck. We got the Bounce for the Crawfish, which we've been bounce for the crawfish.
They got a whole song, y'all.
Yeah, listen, Bounce for the Crawfish will be crazy. Get your tickets early because we're gonna stop selling them before so we can know exactly how much crawfish to get. Bounce for the crawfish. Bounce for the crawfish. Hey, kill it. Don't give them the whole thing.
Just a taste.
So yeah, that's gonna be something. And also on the
Shout out to
Friday,
Uncle.
March the 6th, we are partnering with 24/7 Social. Our homeboy said, and what's the other cat y'all know? Well, I don't know his name. Cedric and the other dude. 24/7 Social. Y'all know the other dude, Brandon.
She doesn't know this.
Yeah, you know them though.
I know.
I only know the one guy.
Hey, Brandon.
I know the girl.
You know Brandon. No, Brandon Wilson and Cedric Towner. I know. I just said their whole name.
That's how I met them.
I know, because I've been on that drink.
I know
that drink.
started
Anyway,
off, so
they
you
got
know.
cocktails.
drinks and pop
They got convos and cocktails. We taking over. Best Friends and Cocktails, Wakefield Crowbar.
Pause.
March
For the ladies,
the
there's usually a lot of men at this happy hour, so y'all should go. Just
on.
a little advertisement for the ladies. This happy hour typically has a lot of professional black men. Go ahead and get your outfit together and go.
Money. Except for me.
Except for Los, because he's gonna make you pay.
But you probably can scam Los. Just FYI.
I'm the brokest man.
So that's gonna happen March 6th. The whole thing is Best Friend Weekend, March 6th, 7th, and 8th in Houston, Texas. So make sure you're a part of it because you don't want to be left out for that event. Listen, I just want to make sure we got that out there before we get out of here. Listen, ladies, it has been my extreme pleasure.
Yes.
You're very welcome.
You can.
I'm honored. We're in the presence of royalty. When it comes to food blogging, from black women of color, strong, independent.
They emojis darker. Listen, their emojis darker than how they look in real life.
That's telling you a lot.
That's telling you a lot.
Do you see how? But you see how the podcast go? I'm always the person,
the nice one.
You are nice. Your name should be Los Nice.
That's
not
I like
Aldo Nice. That would make more sense. Los is the nice one.
Yeah.
Well, y'all make great team. I love being here with y'all.
This is you're not showing the little tattoo. This has nice.
Shit.
All right.
Shoulder.
Y'all know they drunk because they pulling off clothes now.
No,
Hey, that's because you started playing that song. Bounce for the crawfish. Bounce for the crawfish. Now I'm about to put that thing in the background. Let's take this off. Listen. Hey, we out. Hey, have a great weekend. Make it a Best Friend Weekend. And we out.
Bounce for the crawfish. Bounce for the crawfish. Bounce for the crawfish. Bounce for the crawfish. She sucked the head, then grabbed them claws. She pinched the tail, then dropped them jaws. She rode it like a mountain bike. Now tell me what it's tasting like. Bending over, bending over, bending over, bending over, bending over, bending over, bending over. You gotta bounce for the, bounce the, bounce for the. You gotta bounce for the, bounce the, bounce for the. You gotta bounce for the crawfish. Come on, bounce for that crawfish. Yeah, I said she sucked the head, she grabbed them claws, she pinched the tail and dropped the draws. Drop the draws, 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 drop the